Hi, welcome to another video. I walk with Phil and I'm here in West Bromwich. What I'm going to do today is quickly show you where one of West Bromwich's most famous people was actually born, and that would be Madeline Carroll. And she was born here in West Bromwich, and her most famous film was appearing in an Alfred Hitchcock film called The 39 Steps, and she was actually born here in Herbert Street here in West Bromwich. We've had a few notable people who were born in West Bromwich. I can't really name, I can name a few off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's a few more. Phil Lynott, who was in a band called Thin Lizzy, born in Allen Street Hospital. Who else? Brian Walden, he was an MP and a television interviewer for a program called Weekend World. What else? I'm sure there's a few more. There was Robert Plant. I'm not sure Robert Plant was one. Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, Brian Walden. Yeah, did I mention him? Yeah, he was born in Stone Cross area. Anyway, what I'm going to show you now is where Madeline Carroll was born here in West Bromwich. I did actually walk down here in one of the previous videos, mentioning what a wonderful road this would have been with all the trees out, but as you can see they're all been lopped off at the tops. Just the trunks now survive, and yeah, she's it's along here somewhere. There's a blue plaque, and I'll show you also later where she moved to with her parents. She moved from here to another street here in West Bromwich called JESSON Street, and in JESSON Street her parents lived there till 1939 before they moved down to Kent. But Madeline Carroll, when she went to university in 1923, somewhere like that, she then moved into acting, and I'm sure she must have come back to see her parents here in West Bromwich before 1939. I don't know, maybe she did. But as you can see, this is still the original road in terms of all the housing stock. All the old terraced housing is still here, as you can see. And yeah, what we're going to do now is show you the actual road, the actual house where she was born. And there it is, there's the blue plaque. Let's take a look. I'm sure the people don't mind us looking at this blue plaque here. Yeah, Madeline Carroll, actress and humanitarian, was born here at 44 Herbert Street, West Bromwich, on the 22nd of February 1906, and she died in Spain in 1987. It goes on to say she appeared in over 40 British and American films, including the most famous one, The 39 Steps. She was awarded the French Legion of Honor and the American Medal of Freedom for her humanitarian and wartime work in Europe, while serving in the American Red Cross between 1943 and 1945. So there you go, folks. This is the actual house where Madeline Carroll was born. And we'll take a quick walk down here and we'll cross over. Madeline Carroll, in fact, I don't think she did much acting or any acting at all after the Second World War. I think it was because of her sister Marguerite, who was killed in a bombing raid in London, and this had a profound effect upon her, and then she went on to do a lot of work with the Red Cross. If you've got any memories or anything you like to share about Madeline Carroll and the areas around here of Herbert Street, JESSON Street, Beach Road, that kind of thing, add them to the comment section below. Love to hear your views. Anyway, we'll finish walking down this road. cold day today, wet, drizzly. Yeah, and at the end of the road here, and I mentioned in a previous video, is which was once called the White Hart Inn. It's now a Tiny Tots Children's Nursery Academy. But this was once a pub, public house, and it also serves as the dressing rooms, as I mentioned before, for the West Bromwich Albion Football Club when they used to play at the top of Herbert Street on Cooper's Hill and Dartmouth Park. Madeline's father, John Carroll, now it's always open to speculation, but would John Carroll would have walked along here and had a pint or two in this place when it was a pub? Who knows? It was good really as well that Madeline Carroll and her sister were able to go to the park, which is at the top there, Beaches Road entrance, because her parents, her father especially, banned toys in the house, and they would often go and play in Dartmouth Park. Okay, so I'll just come round here again, looking towards the Primark and the New Square Shopping Centre, and there you go. This is the pub. It used to be the White Hart Inn. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to walk up JESSON Street here in West Bromwich. Yeah, I want to show you something up here. And very old street. If you carry on up here, of course, you end up in Beaches Road, which was another very prosperous area back in the late 1870s, 1880s. A lot of the area has now been demolished, but JESSON Street, as you can see, still retains all the old terraced housing. Yeah. Okay, we'll look around here and see what we can see. Yeah, what I want to show you here is Madeline Carroll, one of the most famous people, as you know, came from West Bromwich, was born here in West Bromwich, and she was born in Herbert Street, and her parents and Madeline, they all moved from that street to here in JESSON Street. Not sure when, maybe 1910. Let's have a look, and this is the house they moved to. And you can see Madeline Carroll, 1906 to 1987, and she lived here at number 7 JESSON Street with her parents from 1912, that was when it was, 1912 to 1926. Very famous actress, of course, she went on to be, and she appeared in the film, Alfred Hitchcock film, The 39 Steps. Okay, there you go. So that's where she lived till 1926, during which time she did actually move to, she graduated from the school in West Bromwich, which became West Bromwich Grammar School, and she went to Birmingham University, I believe, and then from that point onwards she got into acting, yeah, you can look her up on the internet, and you can see a lot more about her. once described as the most beautiful woman in the world once, and she died in 1987. So yeah, so that's a little bit of history, final bit of history of Madeline Carroll for you here in West Bromwich. And it's good to see that we have a blue plaque, a couple of blue plaques commemorated to her, but sadly the governments of Britain and, well, Britain, I'm not sure anywhere else, but Britain certainly didn't recognise her acting or her humanitarian work. She wasn't really recognised, but I believe France gave her one of their highest honours. But yeah. Okay, so there's the actual house where she lived, her final house here in West Bromwich. Okay, so I'll just come down to the end. I'll film the very end of this road. Yeah, Madeline Carroll actually walked along here, I'm sure. Okay, so we're coming up to the end of JESSON Street now. Very damp day today. Okay folks, so let's come to the end of this short video really. Sign of JESSON Street there just fading away slightly, and now we're back onto the up High Street, West Bromwich. Okay, so if you like the video, hit the like button, also subscribe, and also tick the notification bell for new videos which I post on a regular basis. So that's it folks, and I'll see you on the next one.